Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders, the elder bishops at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, the men on the highways and the byways that are pushing out this word in truth and sincerity. To the remnant men, women, and children of the elect, to you all I say shalom. My name is Ahmawan Ahyash, and I'm back with another lesson through the power of spirit. Yahawashi, Lord willing, this is edifying. This is going to be more like I guess a current events or an in the news sort of video. There's some things that have happened in the news over the past, I guess, 24, 48 hours that are very much worth, keeping our eyes on, because, we're the spiritual weathermen, we're watchmen for Yahawashi. And what we do is, we tie the current events and measure the times and time to the scriptures, man, So what I found interesting, and I know other brothers and elders are keeping their eyes on some of the things that are happening in the news. This article that I have pulled up in particular, I feel like it went under the radar. Okay, I think it went under the radar as a result of the next article that I'm going to pull up, which is about the CEO of United Healthcare who got murdered. This earthquake that hit California, like an underground earthquake that hit California, and as you can see, the video, the picture there, it says it was a magnitude of 7.0. Okay, now a 7.0 earthquake ain't nothing to sneeze at. A 7.0 magnitude earthquake is pretty intense. And I feel like this is being underreported for whatever reason. Okay. But I have something else that I want to pull up that I found interesting. Hey, you never know. That could be a reason why this went under the radar. So I'm just going to read. This is from CNN.com. It says powerful earthquake strikes off the coast of Northern California. All right. It says a powerful earthquake with a preliminary magnitude of 7.0 struck the coast of Northern California Thursday morning, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. A quake this strong is relatively rare. Okay, like I mentioned at the top, this is not something that happens every day. A 7.0 magnitude earthquake is nothing to sneeze at. All right, this says a quake this strong is relatively rare, with officials reporting only about 15 around the world each year. All right, a tsunami warning that was issued for parts of California and the Oregon coastline was canceled by the National Tsunami Warning Center after some residents fled their homes. Most significant off-coast quakes prompt such warnings as experts have little time to determine the immediate risk, and the result of the tsunami could be disastrous. It says the quake's epicenter was in the Pacific Ocean south of Eureka, California. The USGS said Eureka is the largest coastal city between San Francisco and Portland, Oregon, and about 300 miles northwest of Sacramento. All right. And what I found interesting is that this went under the radar. All right. I actually, real quick, let me do something real quick. Let me do something real quick. Underground earthquake. Just for in California. All right, let me see something. All right, because what I was reading, yesterday, or earlier today, actually. It's odd that it's not popping up. In any event, what I was reading, and it was an underground earthquake and it had something to do with, actually, let me just go to what I meant to bring up here, which I found interesting. All right. This is from Brighteon.com. And I subscribe to their email, so I always get emails from them. But what I found interesting was what they brought out. Okay. So it says, this is the Brighteon Broadcast News. It says December 6, 2024 was a 7.3 magnitude earthquake off of California coast. Actually, a detonation warning from Russia. Okay. So I mentioned at the top that, this earthquake went under the radar, right? 7.3. That has barely been reporting. I didn't get any notifications. You don't see it really anywhere on social media. Not that I don't really have any social media accounts. I don't have Instagram, Facebook, or anything on TikTok or anything like that. But I normally get notifications from Twitter. I have an old Twitter account, so I'll go on there and check things from time to time. But for the purposes of edification and get news and things like that, but I didn't see it anywhere, and I found it to be odd. And when I saw this notification, this email that I got, you start tying two to two together. Somebody may say it's a conspiracy, this, that, and the third, but at this point, you have to consider all the options that are coming out, being that we know we are, as far as measuring the times and understanding what's happening with Bible prophecy, we know that Esau Edom's kingdom and his rulership is coming to an end. We know Babylon is going to fall. Esau Edom is scrambling to implement his new world order system. The wars and rumors of wars are taking place. Okay. The collapse of the dollar, the CBDCs are going to be set up. There's a whole lot in the spirit that's happening, and you can't discount anything at this point. Okay, and I just want to make that point because what could seem like conspiracy, so to speak, or what can seem like something that could be far-fetched, man, everything is on the table at this point. Okay, especially when you're considering Esau Edom and his tactics, with his diversion tactics, trying to divert you from the truth and have your attention on things that don't really matter, versus because we all know what social media is about. It's about a bunch of distractions and fluff and things that don't really matter, and lustful, deceitful lust on there and things of that nature. So we know how Esau operates. It's the same play all over and over again. But I thought this was very interesting. Okay. Now I'm not gonna play the video because let me just see how long it is. Yep. As you can see, this video is almost 3 hours long, right? So when these guys do their videos and they go into these these topics, they spend a long time on it. But let me just read this. It says, was the California earthquake really an earthquake? Possible warning detonation of Russia's Poseidon weapon, okay, capable of unleashing a massive tsunami of radioactive ocean water. Scuba diver video analysis of possible detonation. So they have scuba diver video of a possible detonation of a bomb from Russia. Okay, a weapon that was released from Russia. And again, you can't discount it just because the wars and the rumors of wars, and with America, Babylon the Great being directly involved with the Russia-Ukraine conflict, we know that Russia, has a certain animosity towards the United States. So, this could be very, very true. Could be true. All right. It says Texas AG. Let me see. Preparing for future. Yeah, and these are just different talking points, different things that they have probably in this video. But I just wanted to mention that Because again, this article and this story went under wraps. It was underreported. And for those of you who haven't seen it, yeah, this is something to, take note of. All right. Now I want to shift gears a bit to, the situation with the United Healthcare COO and how he was murdered, and the footage is caught on camera. I'm not going to play it, but again, there's a lot of different sort of, I don't want to keep using the word conspiracies, but there's a lot of different explanations, so to speak, to how and why and, where it came from, and, the theories behind, what happened, and, this, that, and the third. There's a lot of stuff, you know how deep the rabbit hole can run when it comes to Esau, and it comes with psyops and things of that nature. So you never really know. One thing that's speculating, amongst the brotherhood is that, we could be, Esau could be preparing us for the next scamdemic. All right. And again, that's on the table as well, just because we know that times are going to get really rough out here. Esau wants to implement martial law. So whether it comes from another, shut down the cities and implement martial law. So whether that comes from another scamdemic, whether that comes from food shortages, whether it comes from some sort of outbreak, or whatever it comes from, we know to keep our eye on this man, because he's not to be trusted. All right. So just real quick, CNN.com says backpack found in Central Park believed to belong to suspect in the killing of United Healthcare CEO, sources say. All right. It says NYPD investigators found a backpack in Central Park they believe belonged to the suspect in the killing of United Healthcare's chief executive. A law enforcement official told CNN investigators have yet to officially confirm the origin of the bag and are taking it to be forensically tested in a lab in Queens, sources say. Detectives earlier Friday said they have reason to believe the person responsible for the shooting has left New York City, according to the police commissioner, Jessica Tisch. With the search for the shooter suspected of killing Brian Thompson now in his third day, the widespread manhunt is expanding, and officials implored the public beyond the city's borders to help them identify the suspect by taking a closer look at the unmasked man in the surveillance images released on Thursday. So that's just the gist of what's happened. They do have a photo of him smile. Oh, there it goes. They have a photo of him smiling. This is the suspect in the killing. There's different reports out there. And again, there's different theories that are going to be shifted. One, which I want to speak to really quick, is what I found.
You think that they know?
I mentioned Twitter or X, but I just want to play this real quick because this is one of the theories that are out there. Okay, and I'm going to tie that into a couple of scriptures once this video is done playing. It's only 2 minutes long, so let me just play it.
You think that they know who he is? You think that they have his identity?
It's a good chance. It's a very good possibility with these new photographs that he has that they already know who he is. Mm-hmm. It's a very good chance of that. But I want to say something else that I know these criminal investigators are looking into as it relates to motive. There have been times when people have orchestrated their own demise for certain reasons. We know that there was some. And I'm not saying this is the case. But as an investigator,
like for insurance purposes?
Absolutely, insurance purposes. Maybe they fear some type of investigation down the road. Maybe they want to leave their family in a good light. But there have been cases where people have orchestrated their own demise. And here's another reason.
And just to say, you're saying in a nice language, you're saying that it is a possibility.
It is a possibility
that he hired somebody to kill him.
Absolutely, it cannot be ignored. And this is what is really digging at me as a former criminal investigator. This guy knew too much about where he was going to be at a specific time. There's no evidence that I've seen of him. When you look at the timeline of him coming to that area outside of the Hilton and where he was outside of the Hilton, it's a very small window. Very small window. It's not like he was roaming around. We have video of him roaming around, going from one door to the next, trying to figure out where he's going to be at a specific time.
He knew.
He was there. He was laying in wait. Who would have that specific type of information as to what sidewalk he was going to be on?
Okay.
Where he's going in?
Wow. Well, that's
Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way a criminal investigator's mind works,
how
and
your
it's
mind
important.
works.
Okay, so I just wanted to play that because, again, this is coming from a former criminal investigator. And again, this, we take it with a grain of salt. Not to say that this is true or this is exactly what happened, but this is just a theory that you can go out, that you can, think about and figure, this could be, it could be a case where, there was some insurance in play reasons, or this was set up maybe by, somebody that this United Healthcare, to take this guy out for other reasons, you know what I mean? Because he may have been, blocking or been an enemy of someone in government or a lawmaker or someone in big business. You just never know what the deal is. All right. And not that we need to know, but again, we have to keep our eye on these situations, because what brothers are speculating and what could very well be the case is that, look, they could be, this could result in some sort of fallout where it turns out that this could result in some sort of black swan event that could lead to the next scamdemic. Okay, we're looking forward to, this place falling apart. We're looking forward to Esau even coming up with a reason to justify why he has to bring in martial law and shut down the cities and get people confined to their homes, and all these different things that happened during the first scamdemic. So we're not ignorant to Satan's devices. Okay, and I want to lead with that. Okay. What's that? Is that a Slacky? It's a little late, so I'm just a little tired at the moment. No, that's not it. Ignorant. Yep. 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, "Least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of Satan's devices." Okay. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices. We're not ignorant of how Esau moves, and how he generates a certain amount of eyes and interest on certain stories and topics that, again, push people away from the truth. That's just kind of how he does things. All right. And we're not ignorant of it. We're not ignorant of it whatsoever. All right. So we're keeping our eyes peeled, and, hey, everybody's a suspect, You know what I mean? Like, all of these people, none of these people are innocent. All of these people are liars and deceivers, and they work for Esau, Edom, who done bought and paid off all these different news media outlets and these platforms that we receive our information from. All of these people are bought and paid off. So, we take things with a grain of salt. But again, the Lord is steering us towards, the things, the current events that are going on in the world, and allowing us to tie them to Bible prophecy so that we can, make sense of it, to a degree. Again, we don't need to make full sense, and we don't need to have, all of it. But, we do need to get, some of this information right so we can warn, the elect. All right. Scriptures say, measure out the times diligently in the self, man. Right. So, and that's what we're doing, man. We're measuring the times. Right. But this man can't be trusted. As the scriptures say. All right. Sirach 12:10. Never trust thine enemy. For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Okay, so he's not to be trusted, man. He's not to be taken lightly either. Okay, because this man's agenda for this new world order system is no joke. He's gonna come down with great wrath, after the scripture saying we gotta just make sure we maintain our level of being alert, being on point, watching. Okay, keeping the faith, believing, because it ain't gonna be no way out of the grips of Esau without being delivered by Yahawashi out of this crazy situations that could possibly take place in the very near future. All right, we're watching this man. All right, just got one more quick scripture that I wanted to bring out again, because at the end of the day, this man is not to be trusted, because that's not his nature is to be a deceiver. All right, that's why he's the devil. The word devil means deceiver. Psalms 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb; they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Okay, so this is the characteristic trait of Esau Edom. He's born speaking lies. He's born deceiving. Okay, bringing destruction. Okay, amongst the society, amongst the world, amongst the people, and this is who he is. All right, it says their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth the ear. So you just have to watch for this man. Take what he has to say with a grain of salt. But, also, the Lord is showing us who's who and what's what. And, through the Spirit, we're able to, filter and through the BS and understand what this man is up to. Okay, and if not fully, but just, enough to get what we need out of it, hide the scripture and warn the elect. All right, so I'm gonna leave it there. As always, I hope you were edified. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.